Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're finally, I know you guys ask me this literally all the time. That's just the basis of my channel, is questions that I get and I answer them with videos. But I want to show you guys how I drill and like hang up, basically how I finish off a piece after I've like top coated it and all that jazz. So this is just for like how I hang it up. I get this question all the time because I think that people are afraid to drill into a piece of resin. I get it, because like you don't want to like crack it or like ruin it in any way, which your girl has done. I'm not an expert, but this is just how I do it. I'm going to show you two different techniques on how to hang up a piece if you want it to be like wall art. If you want to see how I drill and like hang up, string up my resin wall art, then continue watching. So first I want to show you guys what we're going to be using. It's not like anything crazy. There is one thing that's kind of like particular to me, but so you're gonna need a towel. This is just to kind of like protect the front of the piece because we're gonna be working from the back, and then a pair of scissors, an X-Acto knife, some screws. These are the ones that I use for pieces that are thin because they're really small screws. And then also for one of the techniques, you're going to you're gonna need some of these little hangers. Of course, you can use any kind of hello, welcome back. You can use any kind of hanger that you want, like the little, what do they call those? It's like the zigzaggy little things. Alligator? No. I was gonna say alligator clip for some weird reason, but that's like a jewelry thing, right? Or not? Oh my god. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like the things that you use on like picture frames, they're like a little rectangle with a zigzaggy bottom. So you can use those if you want. I use these just because it's like one screw and it's like nice and small and out of the way basically. So you're gonna need some of those if that's the route you choose to go. You are going to need, for the other technique, a little bit of, I use suede leather or leather suede. Whichever way you say it. There's also like, I've used faux leather suede too, if you want to go with that. You can use hemp, you can use twine, you can use like jute, anything that you want to like string up with, use that or grab that. And then you will also need the most important bit, a drill. And then you need if I can get her out, a drill bit that looks like this. And the last thing you are going to need for the technique where we put the little hanger things on the back is hard cast. And that is what I use to kind of secure these little metal hangers in. And I feel like it gives me a little bit more of an insurance, making sure that a piece stays. Here, I can show you actually, this New Hampshire piece has that dealio going on with it. So this is what it'll look like when it's on a piece. So anyway, let's get into this. First technique. Hey guys, I feel like I haven't done a proper voiceover in forever. But yeah, so the towel here is just to make sure that the front doesn't get scratched. So on the back, what you're gonna want to do is like make sure the front is how, positioned how you want it to hang. And that's what I almost didn't remember to do there. And then you can like pick a spot on the back, obviously make sure it's centered and everything. And then I take the tip of my X-Acto knife and like pretty much just dig a hole into the piece. That way the drill bit can screw right into it, because if you don't, sometimes the drill bit will kind of like dance around and skid everywhere. So I give it something to kind of grip onto, which is that little like divot that I do with the X-Acto knife. And this is where the hard casting resin comes in. So I use hard casting resin instead of regular casting resin for this part, so that it grips onto it better, because regular casting resin is obviously a little bit softer than hard cast. And if you were to just put the screw in, like just regular style, you could shred the piece and the screw will come out. So I like to do like a few drops of the hard casting resin in the hole, and then put the screw in and let that cure for a while. Also, I wanted to show you guys this. Make sure that you flip that little piece up so that the casting resin like holds onto it. So this is the second technique, and for this one I'm going to be drilling 2 holes. So right now I'm just picking the first spot and digging a little divot like I did in the other piece for the drill to like catch onto. And then I'm going to do another one, you know, maybe like an inch or 2 away from the first little divot I made. And I just wanted to show you like how that looks. And then from the back of the piece, I drill towards the front. And I do, you know, hold it pretty tight and close to the drill, and then eventually it'll get through. I don't go from the front because, you know, just in case it does skid around or anything, I want to be as, you know, careful with the front, obviously, and the top coat as I can. And that is what the hole looks like. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next hole. And I feel like I can hear you guys screaming, "Where is your glove?" But I promise you it's okay. I'm sorry I'm not wearing a glove. I'm sorry if I'm scaring you here, but I pinky promise you through the voiceover that it's okay. Wow, magical! And there are 2 holes, and for some reason I felt like I needed to point them out to you, but what's funny is I couldn't even like find them. So I was looking through the viewfinder, and that's why my finger just like danced around. Anyway, so here's the stringing up part where I use my leather suede. So I first cut 1 long piece like that, and then I find the center of it, and I'll cut that as well so that it turns into 2 pieces. And then I'll line up the 2 ends of the leather suede and go from the back towards the front into one of the holes. And then once you get it through enough, you can tie a knot and then pull the rest of the string or whatever you're using back through so that the knot is like sitting in the front and like covering the hole. You'll want to use something to string it up that is thick enough to block the hole. Obviously you don't want it to go through the hole. And then I do the same thing with the other end. I match them up and then put them through the hole from the back going towards the front. And then I kind of repeat the same thing I did with the other side, which is tie a knot and then pull it back through, and you should have a nice hanging piece. Alright you guys, so that is how I string things up. That is how I put little metal hangers on the backs of my pieces. So yeah, I hope that it was like helpful for you guys. Yeah, and I hope that you understood the little like metal wall hanger part. Because I know that it is like a little bit different, but it just makes me feel like it's not going to go anywhere. And as I explained in the little tutorial part, it's just that like casting resin can be soft and a screw can like shred it up, and I just want to make sure that it never comes out. So yeah, that is why I do that. So let me know if this helped you guys. If you guys were ever wondering how I do that, let me know. If you have any other questions, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys to absolute death, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And if you have, I love you to absolute death. And that laugh was so gross. Don't ever do that again. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!